Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences for Saturday, the 1st of August, 2020. Well, we made it through a month. We're into a new one now. I'm on a different computer this morning, so we'll see how this goes. I've ordered another camera for my desktop computer here, and I'm going to try ultimately to do these on that. But I don't know. It has this weird tendency to restart itself, reboot itself when I least need it to. So it's like, oh my God. I was doing Esoteric Influences, a hard copy of it yesterday, and fortunately, I guess it had automatically saved it or something because it was gone. It rebooted, and I'm like, oh my God. I went onto another laptop, and I pulled it up from there, and it had not saved what I had just done. And it was pretty good. So I'm like, oh no, can I remember it? Well, I didn't have to because there was a backup copy that it had saved on the desktop. So that was cool. It was all there. So yay for that. But anyway, we'll see how this works today. This has not always worked very well with this software, so I might have to go back to the other PC laptop. But I like my Mac. I like my Mac laptop, so we'll see. Anyway, we have an 8 energy for the month now, and we're really talking about the spiritual warrior within. An 8 energy, think the rune Tiwaz or the god Tyr, and think about the bigger picture. We're talking, it's 8 is not only practical matters, but it's universal harmony. And so it's really more about even just the community. It's about the collective itself. So think about that. Also for the 22 year, that's going to be important for that, because there you're talking about, I think we're coming into harmony in terms of our relationships. I know we're struggling right now, but I think that the situation ultimately is going to be clear, and I think that even for those that are confused at this point as to what's really happening here. It's hard when you're conned or you're duped. It just is. And so it's difficult to let go of that because you don't necessarily believe it happened. And so I don't know. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. It's a little glary in my eyes, but then you can't see very well. So we'll put it back up. Anyway, but with today's 1 energy, we finish the week by entering a new month. It's 8 energy, promising a practical approach along with the ability to preserve the greater good. So express unity with others today and allow new perceptions to take hold as we continue to face challenges together. Let's see, the rune for Saturday, and we'll have new Esoteric Influences tomorrow. They'll go up tomorrow. Well, if you've subscribed to the newsletter, that is, you'll see them tomorrow. But if not, then you'll have to wait every day for either the video or the hard copy on the blog. But anyway, today's Isa is the rune for today, the 11th rune of the Elder Futhark. Very simple. It's just a line. Looks like the letter I. But it's the Norn rune for the present moment or the static realm. And so it's about alignment in spirit. It's a water element rune. It describes ice or becoming or stillness. Let's see, what else? Will development, will contraction, focus, consciousness, freezing unwanted behavior or situations. But truly, if you just think alignment and spirit, then you pretty well have the energy of Isa. So for today, if the day becomes too much, especially for those empathic souls affected by the energies of others, take time to align away from them and away from the chaos of the moment. Present moment awareness will serve you best today. Now, the moon today is in Capricorn, so we're going to want to take on some additional responsibilities using a diligent and disciplined approach. Saturday really is about taking stock anyway, and so you're going to want to do that today. Just make sure nothing is missing, that you haven't forgotten something or whatever. Today's the day to pay bills, usually, at least in my house. I do it on the 1st, and so I'll be doing that today. But basically, a conjunction between the moon and Pallas fosters a strategic approach, while a square between the moon and Juno promises nurturing from others. So, if that happens, not everybody. Some people are nurturers, but they don't like to be nurtured. Well, accept that today and feel that blessing, because that's what it is. What you bless others with, that maybe they want to bless you with. So allow that to happen today. Now, Lastly, on the human design aspect of all of this, of today's reading, appreciate support from others today as you continue to stay the course. If misunderstandings occur, they're likely fueled by emotion and without any real basis. So be open and honest in your interactions with others today. Regroup if necessary, but rely on other people to establish and/or reinforce the truth. If you're having trouble getting it out, you might need a little extra support today from someone else to open their mouth and say, hey, wait a minute, this is what's the truth is here. We need to focus on that today. Allow the channels of awareness and openness to inform a shared path forward. Again, we keep talking about that, but that's what needs to happen. Our entire world has been affected by patriarchy, by this weird imbalance of power, where you have a small number of people that really control the outcome of everyone. And it tends to be male dominated, or at least a lot of Mars energy dominates this whole control experience. And it's never for the upliftment of the world or of society or even of the individual. It's always, well, unless you're one of the ones controlling, that is. It's always about them controlling everybody else, and it tends to be a patriarchal type of experience. Well, initially we were more goddess-centered and we revered women, and I mean it was an egalitarian existence because we all had to survive. But once survival got taken care of, you see, then maybe it wasn't so necessary in the minds of some, and they saw an opportunity, right, to keep control of the population. And how you do that is by keeping the fierce woman oppressed. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. We have a moment right now in our history together to come together in unity in a way that we've never done before, or we haven't done in a very long time, at least not in terms of our immediate memory. And understand that everyone matters, that we all should come together in harmony and unity. And now it doesn't mean that we're not going to disagree about things. That's how innovation happens. Someone gets another idea, says, oh, how about we do it this way? And everybody comes together and says, well, tell us about it. Let's explore that and see if it makes sense to do that. And if it does, then you adopt a new thing, right? So you make progress. In other words, it's not simply about remaining in stasis with one another, just in harmony, to where we can talk to one another, where if there's a problem, we can discuss it. And we don't maybe say, oh, I don't want to do it because I'm afraid of what's going to happen, or maybe they won't take me seriously or whatever. So we decide not to communicate before we ever do it. We assume it's going to fail before we even know. So again, this is a time of a 22 year. It's a time of profound change, and it's soul level change. So allow that to happen. Come into harmony with other people, and especially during the virus here. We're dealing with a pandemic. I'm sorry if there's people that are still confused about that, but you shouldn't be. We're going to... if we don't do this, we're on track to lose a whole lot of people. And now that they want our children back in school, well, that's just not going to end well for anyone. So anyway, I guess that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start writing up the Esoteric Influences for the newsletter. If you want to get that in your inbox, just go over to Stepping Aside at imsteppingaside.com. And over on the side panel up toward the top, you'll see a sign up for the newsletter. Just put your email in there, and it goes to my newsletter software, which is kind of well, I think I'm gonna take a look at it today and maybe see if I want to continue using that particular one. I might change. I don't know. But anyway, if not, then there shouldn't be any glitches with it going out tomorrow. So. Anyhow, otherwise you're going to have to come back on Monday and listen to this. Well, you can come back tomorrow and listen to Sundays. But I might start doing a weekend edition so I don't have to do this on Saturday and Sunday. I might do like a cohesive one and give you a preview for what Sunday's going to be. I'm really thinking about doing that on Fridays. And that will give me a little bit of time to myself on the weekends. So anyway. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll talk again tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. Please wear a mask if you go out. And blessed be.